Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Sade and we are back with another video. And for today's video we are going to be recreating this look right here. I'll post the original post of when I did this look. I got a lot of love on that post and so many of y'all were asking me to recreate the look and like show y'all how I did that look. So we are here with a tutorial on how to do this look to a T. If you're excited to watch this video and see how I got this look, then make sure to keep on watching. Alrighty, so I have my hair pulled back already. I just did my brows because that takes a minute and we're not trying to have this video be like 20-30 minutes long, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. So first things first, I'm gonna prime my eyes. Today I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear concealer just to prime my eyes real quick. And if you see me looking over here, it's because my mirror is right here. And we're just going to blend her out. Now, how I came up with this look, honestly, I just saw the blue in the eyeshadow palette and just fell in love with it. So alright, so for today's eyeshadow palettes, we are going to be using 3, which I know excessive. If you can find these colors in another palette, then absolutely do so. You do not necessarily have to have these palettes. This is just what I was working with. And this is exactly like how I did the look when I did the look. So we have the Juvia's Place Dose palette. This one, we have the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. And we have the Saharan 2 palette by Juvia's Place. The color I had fell in love with was this color. What's it called? Berber. I fell in love with that color. And literally like this palette, that's the only color I used out of this whole entire palette. Alright, so first I'm going to take this Morphe brush. This came in like an eye set, so it doesn't actually say like what kind of brush it is, but it's just a fluffy brush. And we're going to go into the Dose palette, and we're going to take Creme first, which is the light pink color right here. We're going to take that on our brush, and we're just going to brush that onto our crease. And with this color, I'm sorry if you hear in the background like a vacuum noise, it's because we got the Roomba cleaning the house. But with this color, you do want to build it up a decent amount, just kind of blending it in that crease and then fluffing it up towards that brow bone. All right, so once you build that color up, we're going to move into the Zulu palette. And you could either use that same brush, or I would recommend a brush just a little bit smaller than this. So right now I'm gonna go into the Morphe E17 brush. I say you can use the same brush if you want to, like if you have that much control, you can use the same brush. I'm just going in with a bit of a smaller brush just so I'm a little bit more precise with what I'm doing. So I'm going to be going into the pink shade right here. It does not have a name on it. We're going to go into that brighter pink shade on that brush, and this color we're really going to focus that in the crease. Like we're going to pack that color on in the crease and blend that out, and really just focusing this in that crease. And then go back and forth with your first blending brush to kind of help soften that out. This is very important, especially to have a clean, flawless blend between the shades, and so you have that gradient. And my biggest tip, or my number one tip, is to go back and forth when you're doing your eyeshadow. Go back and forth with, say, looking at your mirror like from afar, and then either taking that same mirror or looking in a different mirror and looking at your makeup up close, especially with the eyes, because sometimes when you're looking from far away it might look good, but then when you look up close there might be a part that might be patchy or something that's not fully blended. So I like to go back and forth with looking at my makeup from afar and looking at my makeup up close. And then also I like to go back and forth of having my eye closed, putting on my eyeshadow, and opening my eye and seeing what my eyes look like with them open, because again, your eyes are more open than what they are closed when you're just out and about doing your business, all that kind of stuff. So just a little tip from Sade. All right, so this is what we're looking like right now. Just a nice little gradient or whatnot. All right, and so next I'm going to take this P. Louise base. I kind of forgot about this, but I'm going to take this. Mine is in the shade number 2, and just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. With this, you do not need a lot. I'm still trying to see if I like it or not, or if I feel like it makes a big difference, but don't worry, I'll keep y'all updated. And then you want to just take any kind of brush that you like to cut your crease with, whatever you prefer, it's fine. So today I'm just going to use this Alamara cosmetic brush. It's like a flat round brush, and just gonna take some of that product on the brush. And what we're gonna do, I'll come a little bit closer so y'all can see, but I like to work from the bottom to the top when cutting the crease, and working by little, because I feel like when you try to do the whole thing at one time, it just does not work out. It will not, I don't know. So if you're new to cutting your crease, definitely just take your time, because you want it to be as clean as possible so that you have that full effect. And again, if you haven't heard my trick before, if you're new to doing this, you can put some concealer or the P. Louise base on your eye and then look up, and you see it already made a line for where I should cut my crease at. So then all you have to do is just kind of extend that up there. And what's really important about this look is that you need to cut your crease high enough so that when your eye is open, you can see the color that we're going to put on, because the color that we're putting on top of this is going to be that blue. And if you have it too low, what was the point of cutting your crease, and what was the point of like even putting the blue on, because you're not going to see it. When your eyes are open, all you're gonna see is the pink and like a hint of blue and a hint of eyeliner, and that's it. That doesn't make sense. So you want to cut your crease high enough so that when your eyes are open that you can see it. And then when you get to the end, you're just gonna kind of like not do too much of a shape. You're just gonna kind of blend that out a little bit, because you don't really have to do a shape with the end part, because when we put that eyeliner, you're not really gonna see like this ending part, so you don't really have to be particular on how you shape that part. All right, and I'll use myself as an example. You can see that both of these shapes are completely different, which for me and my look, it just always happens, but honestly it's not too pressing. So in this case, I just kind of pick which shape I like better, which I do like this shape better than this one. This one I did go over a little bit. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna fix it. So right now I'm gonna go into this Luxie 141. This is a mini round brush, a really small brush, and I'm gonna take that dark pink that we just used in the Zulu palette, and I'm gonna get really close to my mirror, which my mirror is down here, and I'm just going to go to that top part and just kind of recarve how I want this to look. So right now I'm just kind of going down a little bit, because I feel like with this eye I went up a little too much. And then look from far away just to see if that's the shape that I like. After you do that, you want to go back into your blending brush and blend that out so it's not as harsh. But when you are blending it out this way, you don't since you already cut your crease, you don't want to bring it down any more than what you want to, because then you're just gonna have to redo your cut crease. And who wants to do that? No one. So really just be particular on how you're blending this so that you don't have to necessarily cut your crease again. All right, so after you got your crease looking like how you want it to, we're gonna go into the Saharan 2 palette, and we're gonna be playing with the color that is the star of the show, which is the Berber, which is this blue shade right here. And you want to take like a pretty flat brush. So this brush I've already used for this. It's a brush that I got from Daiso, but it's just a flat packing brush. So I'm just gonna go into that shade, taking a pretty generous amount, and instead of going in swiping motions, I'm just going to pat that color in. Alrighty, so okay, this is what we're looking like, which looks very crazy, but don't worry, we're gonna blend, and more blending. So we're gonna go back into the Zulu palette, and this is like the key part of really just merging that blue and the pinks together. So taking a small brush, I'm just going back in with the Luxie 141 round brush, going into that pink, and I'm gonna go right in between that blue and the pink that we already put down, and just blend those two together. And with this, it's gonna help really merge those two colors together, but also it's gonna help intensify that cut crease, because it's gonna make this kind of purple shade by mixing the two together, which is gonna help kind of like, I don't know, give the look a little more oomph and more of that cut crease feel to it. You see, just a little bit of blending already is having it look a lot better. And right now I'm just gonna go back into that big blending brush just to go over and further blend. And anything that's looking too harsh, of course you want to blend that out. So really you want to take your time with this step, because it really is the key of making this look good. Because if you're gonna walk out like this, at least in my books, no ma'am, I will not walk out the house looking like this. So you want to blend, and just take your time blending it to perfection. Now that we are basically done with the eyes, what I'm gonna do is add some liner and some mascara, put glue on my lashes and let it sit, and then do that lower lash line, because that is the key to everything. The fun part, the lower lash line, this part really, like, you could leave the look like this and call it a day, but I'm extra and I love how I made the waterline pop how I did in the photo. It's something that I really haven't done. Like, I've done my lower lash line before. Like, I mean, I always do my lower lash line like when I do eyeshadow, but I've never really done something as bold as this. And I feel like this is the key secret to making the look really come together. So I use the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner. This is in the shade Mermaid Blue. Oh my gosh, I didn't even look at the name before, but thank you, Mermaid Blue. I said I look like a mermaid. So yeah, so this blue matches like freaking perfectly. Like, it's the perfect blue. Okay, so you just want to take your pencil and really get in your waterline and kind of go ham. I'm gonna do this. I can't talk while doing it because I pretty much hold my breath when I'm doing this. So okay, so after you do that, you're gonna go back into the Saharan 2 palette and take that Berber shade, which is that blue. And right now I'm taking an Alamar Cosmetics brush. This is just a really flat brush, and I'm gonna go and tap that blue on, kind of tap off any excess, because now is not the time for any fallout problems or anything like that. And what I'm gonna do is just stamp that color right on my waterline to help blend that liner and the shade together. And I like to look down so that if there is any fallout, it should just fall straight to the floor rather than on your face. So I'm going back in with that Luxie 141 brush and going into the pink in the Zulu palette, the dark pink, and just going to now blend that out. And you don't want to blend it too far because we have one more shade that we're going to add, but you do want to kind of blend that blue and the pink together. Last but not least, for the lower lash line, I'm going to go back into the Dose palette and take that first transition shade, the cream color, the pink shade, and we're going to blend that on that pink. So basically doing the same thing that we did on the top, on the bottom. All right, and what really brought this look together as well is this final, the inner corner highlight, because you know I love me an inner corner highlight moment. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Tart in the Dose palette, which is this shade right here. So I'm just gonna pop that in my inner corner. Okay, and this is what the eyes are looking like. You can kind of see that purple iridescent to it. I just think it's like a nice, like, again, a nice pop to the eye. All right, and when your face is dry, I'm gonna add a little bit of lower lash mascara, the So Wet n Wild Skinny Mascara in the waterproof. All right, and so this is the final look. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys do this look. If you do this look, make sure to tag me on my Instagram. I'll have my Instagram here, and make sure to tag me because I would love to see y'all's recreation of this look. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to hit that bell down below so that you get notified anytime that I post. And if you have any video suggestions, make sure to comment down below because I do look and check and see what you guys want to see from me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.